Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're taking a stack of sources and jumping headfirst into pretty high-stakes world of professional video routing.
We're looking at one specific piece of gear, the tvONE C3-310 CORIOmatrix Mini.
Exactly. And if you're someone who manages any kind of complex visual display, think, mission control, massive LED walls for a concert, that kind of thing, you know the real enemy isn't the content.
Well, it's signal chaos.
It's signal chaos. You've got new 4K sources trying to talk to older projectors, broadcast feeds mixing with IP streams. It's a mess. And our sources position this C3-310 as the master conductor in all of this.
That's a great way to put it. It's what people call a one-box solution, and its whole job is to speak every video language at once.
Okay.
It takes all those mixed sources, your AV, broadcast SDI, IP streams, 4K HDMI, even old legacy DVI, and it gets them all playing nicely together. And critically, it does it with very, very low latency.
Right. And just for context, that's the delay between input and output. In a live show, any perceptible lag is just a disaster.
A total disaster. And this is built to prevent that.
Okay, that makes total sense. But let's unpack the modularity for a second. The sources make a big deal about its 16 slots and over 12 different module types. Why is that physical aspect still so important?
It's about customization and, honestly, signal integrity. Software is great, but a dedicated hardware path is still, the most reliable way to handle the signal.
So you can adapt on the fly.
Exactly. You can literally build the router you need for the job. If you need a ton of 1080p HDMI inputs, you slot in those quad input modules and you're good to go. Yeah. It's that physical flexibility that feeds right into its core strength, the Corio scalers.
Ah, the scalers. Let's talk about that.
So these are what give you that total control. Full up, down, and cross conversion. This means you can take pretty much any signal and make it fit any screen.
You mean like fixing aspect ratios?
Yes, like taking old 4.3 content and making it look right on a modern 16.9 screen, no weird stretching. It also handles frame rates, field conversion. It covers resolutions from an ancient 640 by 480 all the way up to 3840 by 2160, which is full 4K.
But hold on, if you're taking a really old low-res signal and blowing it up to 4K, aren't you going to get a ton of, visual artifacts? What's the trade-off there?
That's a fair question. The goal here is dependability, maybe not perfect aesthetic beauty at those extreme ends. The Corio engine is really good at minimizing those artifacts, but the main thing is that the content is usable.
Makes sense.
And that dependability is baked into the switching itself. You can have it switch instantly, completely glitch-free, or you can choose a more elegant fade-through black transition.
And what about the audio? Does it just follow the video?
It can, but you have more options. The router has fully integrated audio routing. You can de-embed the audio from an HDMI or SDI source.
Meaning you strip it out.
Right, you pull it out, maybe send it to a professional mixing board, and then you can embed it back onto any video output you want. Total flexibility.
And managing all this complexity must be a challenge. How do you control it?
The sources say it's actually pretty streamlined. You can use a web interface in real time, or for more complex setups, there's a full API.
An API. So it's designed for automation.
Very much so. They're clearly thinking about reducing that programming headache. And one feature that really stood out to me, just in terms of practical management, is the output sleep mode.
What does that do?
It lets you remotely power down the displays connected to the router, which, saves power, but it also extends the life of your expensive screens and simplifies your whole control system. It's a smart, practical touch.
So when you boil it all down, the big takeaway here is that this one box replaces a whole rack of other gear converters, scalers, switchers.
That's it. It takes all that complexity and just makes it work quietly and reliably. It's really about buying peace of mind for your whole AV system.
And it seems like it's built with the future in mind, too.
It is. The sources explicitly mention upcoming features. Things like IP streaming integration and local 4K playback. So they're already looking ahead.
Which brings up a really interesting final thought.
Yeah, and it's something for you to really think about. When hardware gets this adaptable, this format agnostic, and it's all controlled by software commands and APIs, well, it really raises a question.
Which is?
Does the future of pro AV design depend more on mastering code and network architecture than it does on wrestling with all the different physical cable standards and proprietary boxes?
Yeah.
That's something to mull over.